Hello everyone, welcome to the Journal. And on today's video, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite sports movies. There are so many sports in the world, but I'm going to talk about four in particular: baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. And of course, I gotta start with my number one favorite sport, and that's baseball. There's a lot of good baseball movies that have been done, and some of them I really enjoy watching. Well, there's one particular baseball film that I always enjoyed, and it always makes me smile. It makes me want to tune in and watch more frequently over and over and over again. And that movie is called Major League. Major League is a movie based on the Cleveland Indians. This movie came out in 1989. This is before the Indians were a great team in 1995 when they went into the World Series, before they went to the World Series in 1997, which they should have won against the Florida Marlins, but that's for another time. So this movie is about, this movie is about a team that started off so poorly. They went through a lot of trials and tribulations, but then they got better, they developed, and they made it an impressive run. And I'm gonna leave it like that because I know the movie has been out for over 30 years and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched the movie yet. You'll be surprised by some people that haven't seen it yet. Now let's go into basketball. Again, there has been so many good basketball movies made out there, like Hoosiers. This other movie I feel like is underrated, The Sixth Man, as well. There's been so many good basketball movies, but there's one particular basketball movie that really inspired me, and it automatically became the number one basketball movie that I'll always watch. And that movie is Coach Carter. Yes, Coach Carter. This is, by the way, this is based on a true story, and the person that plays Coach Carter is Samuel L. Jackson, one of the greatest actors of all time. And in this movie, you see a coach that takes over a team that is very disgruntled, is just very bad, and he comes in. Not only does he changes the culture of that team in terms of playing hard, take them to a winning attitude, but also the fact that he demanded his students to do well in class. So this man went the extra mile. He would go to the principal's office to ask for reports from his students. And there's one particular scene, and I had to share this with you guys because it's very important. There's one scene where the principal asked him, Coach, what do you want? And Samuel Jackson says, I want my boys to go to college. So you don't see that too much from coaches, especially in real life, that not only winning matters, but also they really want all of their players to go to college, to make a better future for themselves, because that's what it's all about. It's not just about the sport, but it's also about what you can do on an educational level. Football is up next. For this one, and it's funny that I'm about to say this because I was just watching this movie about 2-3 days ago for like the 100th time, probably even more. And that movie is Rudy. Yes, Rudy. This will forever be my number one favorite football movie of all time. This is a story about, and it's also based on a true story. This movie is about determination, resilience, and motivation. And it is such a beautiful movie in all aspects. You see the growth of a person that since a kid wanted to play for this school. You saw how so many people were saying that he wasn't smart enough, that he wasn't big enough, that he wouldn't be able to do this, he wouldn't be able to do that. And at first he would listen to them, but in reality, he stopped listening and decided that he was gonna go and do whatever it takes to get to that ultimate goal. And he did. So if I ever get a chance to meet the real Rudy, it would be great, because the real Rudy doesn't understand how much that movie impact my life. And that movie can be an inspiration for anyone to put their mind and soul into whatever they want to do with their life, because anything is possible as long as you put in the work, the time, and commitment to it. Last but not least, hockey. For this one, I had to mention 2 movies because it's the same movie, but they made 3 different parts of it, and it's just very hard. It's very hard. I think you might know which one I'm gonna say. The Mighty Ducks film series. I'm telling you, this is another movie that I've seen since I was a little kid, and I still watch it to this day. I love the first one, and I love the second one. The third one is not as good as the first one, the second one, but it's still enjoyable. I always believe that the second part of the Mighty Ducks film franchise is better than the first one. But the reason I will pick the first one and the second one together, because even though the stories are slightly different, but they're both good in their own ways. For example, the first one is about Coach Bombay, which is played by Emilio Estevez. He was a lawyer. He was a great lawyer, but inside he was a mess. So therefore, from there, he went to do community service, and he went to coach Pee Wee hockey. So in the first movie, you really saw the humble beginnings, the early beginnings of him working with his new team and teaching them how to play, teaching them how to win, etc., etc. So, and I really love the chemistry between Coach Bombay and Charlie Conway, played by Joshua Jackson. So the first movie will forever have a soft spot in me because of all those things. Now the second movie is about, the Mighty Ducks, and they also meet new players as well that join the team, and they go on to play in the Olympics. And I don't know about everyone else, but me personally, I like one of the reasons why I love the summertime every 4 years is because of the Olympics. You see the competition, the hard work that all of these athletes put into get into that moment, and you also saw a shift change in Coach Bombay, which he wanted to do more. He wanted to do more things besides coaching Pee Wee hockey. So being in California and taking pictures with celebrities and things like that, it got to his head to the point where it distracted what he was supposed to focus on in terms of his team, especially going up against a team like Iceland. He didn't do their homework enough when they first played against Team Iceland. Both movies, Mighty Ducks 1 and 2, were great because they both had their separate stories, but the amount of acting and the impeccable storyline and everything else was just great. Those first 2 movies, I'll put both of those movies as my favorite hockey movies of all time. Thank you once again for joining the MMM Journal. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this YouTube channel. And once and for all, thank you so much. Again, have a good day and be safe always.